8-year veteran, and this guy is averaging almost a double-double a game.
Well, the thing about Paul Pierce is he has scored a lot of points in his career, but how he's done it is by taking a lot of shots. This year, he is shooting 50% from the field. That is unheard of for Paul Pierce. 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Over the last 5 years, there's only 2 players in the NBA that have scored 10,000 points and had 700 steals. The league leaders in fewest fast break points, Houston Rockets being number 1.
And Rafe LaFrance hits a 3. A footer. He's off the triple post. LaFrance from the outside. One thing that Rafe has always been able to do is shoot that ball. And a foul on Houston.
Free throws independently already with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Look at that field goal percentage, 50%.
Yeah, it's amazing what he's done in his career. And of course, Doc with Pierce and seeing if they can get a couple of players. But it's hard to get rid of a guy that averages in his career.
To make a post move, even against a smaller player, without getting a foul like that.
LaFrance hits again. You think they may have changed up their... Pierce will pop outside now, looks for a pick. Blunt picked up by Wesley. No trouble shooting over David.
Good player too, wasn't he, Bill?
Yes, he was. Yes, indeed. Early Rice out, and Paul Pierce hits a 3. 6 of 10 from behind the arc as Paul Pierce goes into the Paul Pierce offense. To Ricky Davis. Boy.
Locker room as well, so a good stop here will lead to that.
7 on the shot clock. Pierce. Back into the corner to LaFrance. My goodness, Rafe.
Yeah, John Barry's guarding him. If John Barry even helps off him, that's going to be a mistake.
Pierce with a running one-hander for 2. Why not? This is unbelievable by Boston. Team foul to start out the half. Pierce into the middle, back to Davis. Ricky Davis for 2. And hit the iron. Paul Pierce. Three-pointer. That's the 10th three-pointer for the last to the basket.
The teams are fronting Yao in the post, and it's frustrating Yao and his teammates.
Paul Pierce down the baseline for the slam, and Pierce with 12 points.
Baseline. Just quick move on Tracy McGrady, and Yao not quick enough to get there. If you play in the NBA long enough, Bill, you will get dunked on.
Yeah. The fact of life, especially by that guy. Seconds on the shot clock as Swift has the ball stolen by Pierce, tries to get it back and draws the foul.
Once again, another loose ball, and you see all the Celtics helping up Paul Pierce. When your best player dives on the floor to get a ball, that's contagious. You see Stromae Swift struggling with that move, and Paul Pierce out of nowhere dives in there and gets the loose ball.
And that's not an easy court to dive on either. Oh. That's the old parquet. That's the new parquet in the new garden. Pieces of lumber and tried to get them over here. They fell apart.
They made a new floor that resembles the old garden floor, and this one is only slightly better.
It is pretty, but it's awfully hard to play on. Tough on the knees. Didn't bother any of the old timers.
Didn't bother you out there, boys.
There's a turnover there by Houston, and Pierce takes it in, and he misses. He'll shoot 2. Well, it's an 18-point lead now by the Boston Celtics. Pierce will try to make it 20. The Rockets really have never been in this game. They got as close as 10 and as close as 8 a couple of times.
The Rockets have been a very good transition defensive team so far this season.
Yes, they have.
First in the league, only giving up 6 fast break points a game. That is fast break point number 8 right there for them.
San Antonio and Houston have the best records in the Boston Garden since the 93-94 season. San Antonio 11-1.
Right now, only 3 points in the second half. Remember, I talked about a lot of times a player will be hot in the first half and cool off in the second.
Oh, tough shot by
frustrated with himself.
interior defense of Houston collapsing, giving up a slam dunk to Boston.
Well, this is garbage time, but not enough alley and too much oops.
That's right. Too many oops. Uh-oh, Davis. Well, they missed their last three. Davis with the offensive rebound sets up Pierce for a three, and he hits it.
Well, when things are going your way, Bill.
Boy. 12 3-point.
That ball looked like it didn't want to go in, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, Rachel Friends getting back into the action.
Well, that's his new career high. So Pierce will go out with a double-double. He stayed around long enough to get 19 points and 10 assists.